Hey guys, today I'm going to share with you how to make lemon butter chicken and mushrooms. And this recipe has tender chicken breasts and mushrooms in a zesty, buttery sauce. And it's so flavorful, it's super easy to put together, very minimal ingredients, which makes it the perfect weeknight meal. Okay, so let's get started. Today I am bringing it back to basics today. I have 1.5 pounds of chicken breasts, and how I always like to do with my chicken breasts, I slice them horizontally, and then so they're nice and thin, and then I get a piece of parchment paper, and then I get my mallet and I pound them evenly. And voila! The chicken is nice and thin. So the pounding helps it to cook evenly, cooks up faster, and it comes out tender every time. And I'm going to give it a very basic seasoning of some salt and pepper. I'm gonna go ahead and season up both sides here. You can buy pre-made cutlets at the grocery store, but I prefer just to buy my chicken breast whole and then do this method. It's much more economical, lighter on your wallet, and it's super easy to do. So I'm gonna season up the other side, and then we'll get going on the flour. So I'm gonna give my chicken a light dusting of flour. So here in this dish, I have 1/3 cup of flour, and I'm just gonna grab my chicken and just give it a light coat. And what the flour is going to do is it's gonna give it some texture, give the chicken some texture, and it's also going to help the sauce adhere to the chicken. So you can use this recipe as a base. Honestly, the chicken does taste good on its own with a light coating of this, but you could use this recipe as a base and add whatever sauce you like. All right, so now that I have the chicken well coated with the flour, I'm gonna go ahead and grab our mushrooms. I like to add mushrooms to this dish because it's a great way to add in your veggies, but if you don't like mushrooms, feel free to just go ahead and leave them out. So here in this container, I have 8 ounces of cremini mushrooms that I'm going to slice up. And this really is a restaurant quality dish with very minimal ingredients. I mean, I already had most of the ingredients on hand other than the mushrooms. So this really is the perfect weeknight meal, or a meal to make any time of the week. It's so delicious. It's really interesting because my son actually doesn't like chicken breasts. He prefers chicken thighs, but because of the flavor of the lemon butter, he loves this dish. The sauce is just so bright and tasty. All right, we are done with our mushrooms, and I'm going to grab the rest of our ingredients. For the sauce, we are going to need some minced garlic. I have 3 minced garlic cloves here. We're going to need a cup of chicken broth. We're gonna need some lemon juice, about 3 tablespoons full. I just plucked this lemon from my tree. And then we have some butter, 5 tablespoons of butter, because butter makes everything better. Okay, I'm really excited to share this recipe with you guys. So go ahead and meet me over at the stove. All right, so I have my pan heated over medium-high heat. I'm going to add some oil. Then I'm gonna cook the chicken. I'm really hoping to fit everything in here. If not, I will just have to cook it in batches. Let me see if I could just squeeze this one in here. All right, we got it all in one batch. Okay, so we're looking to cook the chicken all the way through because we pounded them evenly and nice and thin. It shouldn't take that long, probably about 3 to 4 minutes per side. Okay, so our chicken is looking good. I'm going to flip these guys over. And if you cannot fit them all in one pan, do not be impatient like I am, and just go ahead and cook the chicken in batches. All right, so our chicken breast is nice and cooked through, and I'm gonna remove it and set it aside. All right, so I'm gonna lower the heat to medium. I'm gonna melt 1 tablespoon of butter, and then I'm going to add in the mushrooms along with the garlic. And I'm going to cook down everything while scraping the bottom of the pan here. Need a little bit more oil. I'm going to add just a tad of chicken stock just to loosen up those brown bits from the bottom. I'm also going to season up our mushrooms with a little salt. And I want to cook this until they're nice and softened. So I'm going to cook for about 5 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, so that was about 4 minutes. Our mushrooms are looking good here. I'm going to add in the chicken broth along with the lemon juice. About 3 tablespoons should do the trick. Want to go ahead and season our sauce up with some salt and pepper. And I want to bring our sauce to a boil. And then once it comes to a boil, I'm going to lower it to medium heat and let it simmer for about 2 minutes just to thicken up our sauce a bit. All right, so it's been about 2 minutes. Let's give it a quick taste to see if our seasonings are on point. Tad more salt. And then I'm going to return our chicken back to the pan. And this is really similar to my chicken piccata recipe. The only difference is the chicken piccata does have capers and no mushrooms. So really similar. And last but not least, the best part, which is the butter. I'm going to add a good amount of butter, 4 more tablespoons. This is called lemon butter chicken, so it better have a good amount of butter. And once the butter has melted, I'm going to remove it from heat. All right, the butter has melted, and you guys look at this lovely sauce. So delicious, and we are ready for the taste test. And there you have it, guys, lemon chicken and mushrooms. You could serve this up with maybe some mashed potatoes. If you want to go a little bit lighter, you can do another side of veggies, a side salad. My family does love rice, so I'm going to serve this with rice, and I think I'll make some steamed broccoli because I have some in the fridge. But anyways, it is time for the taste test. I'm super excited. The sauce is looking so nice and buttery. Can't wait to sink my teeth into this. Look at the sauce, it's just so good. You guys. All right. Oops, it just broke off, nice and tender. Okay, this is a big bite, you guys. Cheers. Your family is going to love this one. The chicken is nice and tender since we slice it thin and we pound it evenly. The lemon, the butter, the sauce, it's so yummy. Anyways, thank you for spending time with me in my kitchen. I hope you guys have a great day today. Go ahead and like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.